For our stations activity, we are going to be doing a 4th grade standard, and it is 4.10. It is multiplying a whole number of up to 4 digits by a 1-digit whole number, and then multiplying two 2-digit numbers. And while doing that, they will use the strategies based on place value and properties of operation and illustrate and explain their calculations by using equations, rectangular arrays, and the area model. For station 1, we are going to be doing a multiplication bingo. For this station and every station, our students are going to be grouped by ability level, and each station will be 15 minutes long. So this station is kind of a refresher for the students, and it's more quick facts instead of working them out. So as you can see, we have a bingo board, and this one would be for a lower level because it's just really basic multiplication. But the teacher would give the students 30 seconds to answer their problem. So they would draw out of a cup which fact that they got. So say I drew 10 times 5. You would say 10 times 5. The students would have 30 seconds to answer, and they would write their answer on the board where they found that fact. Once they found that fact, they would write their answer, and when I said time was up, they would put a chip. We have these little bingo chips on their board. So the students would keep playing until they got a bingo, and you would play until for the whole 15 minutes, but it would be a fun way to just encourage the students to do those quick facts so that they can try to get a bingo. Here is an example of what a higher level bingo board could look like. So you could make it as challenging or easy as you would like for the students, and you could give them more time depending on your time limits for the stations. But we thought this would be a great way to get them activating their prior knowledge on their quick facts so that they could do the more complicated ones.
So station number 2 is a teacher-led station. In this station, you will need 3 different colored cups. So I have blue, white, and red. And you'll also need popsicle sticks. So the teacher will have the problems already on the popsicle sticks for the students. So the blue cup is the lower levels group cup. They will have 1-digit by 1-digit problems. This is the on-level groups cup. They will have 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems. And this is the high-level groups cup. They will have either 3 or 4-digit by 1-digit multiplication problems. So for this demo, I'm just going to use the lower level groups cup. So students will sit in a circle with the teacher. They will take turns drawing a stick. I'm not going to look. So I drew 9 times 5. If I knew the answer to 9 times 5, I would say it is 45, and I would get to keep the stick. So then we go to the next student. They would draw. So I got a kaboom. Say this student got a kaboom stick. If they had any sticks, they would have to put them back in the cup. And this would repeat until all the sticks are used, but there will likely be enough sticks that the students can play this for the whole 15 minutes of the center. Okay, our third station is called card multiplication. You will need a writing utensil, a deck of cards, make sure all the face cards are taken out, and a card multiplication sheet. So these stations will be differentiated by ability level. The first group, which is the lower level, will be multiplying 2-digit whole numbers by 1-digit whole numbers and 2 2-digit numbers. The on-level students will multiply 2-digit to 3-digit whole numbers by 1 whole number and 2 2-digit whole numbers. And the last group is the advanced students. They will be multiplying 3 to 4-digit whole numbers by 1 whole number, as well as 2 2-digit whole numbers.
So they are going to be using this sheet. As you can see, they have blanks at the top and a blank at the bottom. So for this sheet, they would have 4 cards that they would have to flip to fill in each blank, and then they would have to flip 1 card to fill in this blank. For the sake of the video, we are going to do 2 by 1 just for the solving, because the solving takes some time with the area model. So as I flip, I get a 5. So the 5 goes in the first blank. And I get a 3. So that goes in the second blank. Then I flip again and I get a 5. So the 5 will go under the multiplication sign. So we drew 5 and a 3, so that made 53, and we drew a 5. So that was 53 times 5. So when we write it on our model, we write the 5 here and the 3 in the next box, and then we put whatever we are multiplying by on the side. So we know that this is 53, but the 5 is in the tens place. So we have to make sure that we add a 0. So 5 times 5 is 25, but we have to add the 0 because it is in the tens place. And 3 times 5 is 15. When you are working with the area model, you add right between the boxes. So our answer would be 250 plus 15, which we know is 265. So if we have a bigger number, for example, we had 153, our 1 would go here, our 5 would go here, and our 3 would go here, and we would have to make sure we are working with place value as we fill in the boxes. So the students will have different worksheets that get more complicating as they go. So they will have 3 blanks up here by 1, and eventually they will have 2 by 2. Dot array. For this station, you will need a pen or a pencil, Q-tips, 3 different colors of paint, and something to organize the paint in, and also note cards. And the note cards you will use to put different types of multiplication problems on for the students to complete in their array. For this station, we are going to be working with our lower level students. Our lower level students are going to be doing 1 by 1 digit multiplication problems. Our on average students will be doing the 1 by 1 and also the 2 by 2, and our higher level students will be simply doing the 2 by 2 so that they are challenged on their arrays. So as the problems get bigger, the array has to get bigger as well. So this is a 100s grid, but for the bigger problems, you will have to have a 200 or 300 grid, depending on how big the problem is.
Okay, so the students will be choosing a note card. So say they got 6 times 4. So they're going to write their 6 and their 4. And they could do 4 and 6, whatever they choose. So you're going to want to take your first color and dot 6 boxes in the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip your Q-tip over with a different color, and you're dotting this right here. We'll have 2 colors on it. So you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're done with this Q-tip. Now we're going to take our third color, complete our square, and fill in all the boxes in between. And when we count up our dots, we should get the correct answer to the multiplication problem. So if we were to count, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So the students would come up with 6 times 4 is 24.